All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're back uploading on YouTube again, and I'm coming at you guys today with a 2022 NFL playoffs predictions bracket. So this is not pre-recorded or anything. I'm recording this live at like a 1 a.m. Chargers Raiders game just finished. Obviously super disappointed that it ended in not a tie. So the Steelers are in. If you guys know, I'm a Browns fan, so kind of salty about that, I'm not gonna lie, but they do have Kansas City, so I mean, can't be too mad about that. But I think I'm ready to come back to uploading on YouTube pretty much every single day or every other day. I think I'm going to play a Madden game of every single playoff matchup, picking whatever team I want to win, not necessarily the team that I pick in this bracket. It's whatever team I want to win, but it might be the same thing because I'm probably going to be a little bit biased in this bracket with the teams that I like. So we'll see what happens with my picks, but I took a little break off YouTube. I hope you guys are still here, ready for the videos to start coming out again. Disappointing season for the Browns. I'm going to be posting some Madden rebuilds and stuff with what I think the Browns should do with the draft, like free agency, who they should keep, who they should let go. Stay tuned for that. I'm also going to be doing some other rebuilds, so if you guys are fans of other teams, which I'm guessing you are if you're watching the playoff prediction bracket, it's not going to be all Browns fans. So if you're a fan of a different team, welcome to the channel. Make sure you guys drop a like on this video. Drop a sub on the channel. We're going to be pumping out a bunch of content. Took a break. I'm all charged up, and I'm ready to go again. So we're going to hop into this playoff bracket, and we're going to make our picks for the 2022 NFL playoffs. So, shout out to Zerk. He beat me to getting the video out first. This is something I want to do every single year on the channel. He's just a monster at uploading really fast. So, shout out to him. But if you guys want to do your own bracket or anything, or post it on Twitter or tweet it at me, my Twitter will be down in the description. I'll leave the link to this website down in the description as well, because it took me a while to find one with like an interactive bracket. So if you guys want that, I'll have that link down in the description as well. But let's get into these predictions right now. So first game that is on this bracket, we got the Patriots and the Bills. So a lot of you guys remember that Bills game where Belichick pretty much just ran it down their throat. They threw the ball 3 times. Bills lost. They got embarrassed on national TV at their own building. It was really tough to watch. I really don't like the Patriots, and I kind of do like the Bills. So watching that game made me mad because I know that the Bills are a much more talented team than the Patriots. Obviously, the coaching gap between McDermott and Belichick is really, really large. But I think if it's fair weather conditions and it's not another monsoon, I do think the Bills are going to take this one handedly over the Patriots. Mac Jones' rookie year is going to be shut down after his first playoff game ever. But it might be a little bit closer than I'm expecting because you can't underestimate Bill Belichick. He's going to have something crazy up his sleeve. He's going to have a God game plan coming into this. So I think it will be pretty close, but I think the Bills are going to win this by around 10. All right, moving on to the next round, Raiders and Bengals. Okay, so a lot of people are super high on the Bengals this year. They're picking them to go to the AFC Championship, win a playoff game, go to the Super Bowl. No AFC North bias at all. I'm not a big fan of the Raiders at all. I really think that the Raiders are very overrated. But I think the Raiders, they pose a perfect matchup to take down the Cincinnati Bengals at home in the playoffs. Cincinnati doesn't have a very good track record of winning in the playoffs. I don't think that's going to change this year. Burrow's been on fire. Chase has been on fire. Higgins has been on fire. Their defense has played well. But when does Burrow struggle? I know people are going to say down in the comments, oh, look at his numbers versus the blitz. Look at his PFF rating versus the blitz. Yeah, that's against the blitz. I'm not talking about when people bring everybody at him and he can get the ball out past to Jamar Chase. I'm talking about when it's a 3-man, 4-man rush. The edge rushers are pushing his lineman back into his face. He panics and he turns the ball over. That's why he threw 14 interceptions this year. So I do think that the Raiders are going to be able to get pressure to Joe Burrow. They got Solomon Thomas over there. They got that Jefferson in the middle. They got Max Crosby over there. They got Yannick Ngakoue over there. And then these corners have played lights out for the talent that they have on that team. So I think the Raiders are going to put up a very, very good fight against the Bengals. I think that their offense is perfectly built to take down the Bengals because the Bengals have gotten thrashed by the run, which we know Josh Jacobs can run the ball. Josh Jacobs can run the rock. So I think that the Raiders, they're going to come into Cincinnati. They're going to play lockdown defense. Derek Carr is going to do what Derek Carr does. He's going to throw smart passes. He's going to be accurate. He's going to complete passes, an occasional deep shot that could kill Cincy. I think the Raiders are going to go into Cincinnati, and they're going to take them down. And that's no AFC North bias at all. I think that that's actually what is going to happen. And I really don't like Cincy, but I also don't like the Raiders at all. So I don't really know who I'm going to be rooting for in this game. But I think I'm going to lean towards the Raiders, both what I'm rooting for and what I think is going to happen. So Raiders move on to the divisional round. Next up, I don't really have to talk very much about this game. Big Ben, probably his last game of his career. They got in on a miracle with the Colts losing. They played them December 26th. So what is that, like 3 weeks, 2.5 weeks ago? They played Kansas City. No Kelsey. Tyreek Hill played 2 possessions. They lost 36-10. The Steelers looked absolutely terrible. They got obliterated. I don't think that's going to change in the playoffs. I think it's going to be even worse of a blowout in the playoffs than it was in the regular season, because Travis Kelsey and Tyreek Hill, I don't know if you guys are going to, you might disagree with me, but mind blown, those 2 players make the Chiefs offense better. So I mean, the Chiefs are going to kill the Steelers. That's the biggest lock of the playoffs. And if I'm wrong, I'm getting put in a TikTok montage. I'll live with that. I'll live with that saying. Moving over to the NFC, 49ers and Cowboys. This one's super, super tough for me. I do really like the Cowboys, and I do really like the Niners on both sides of the ball. The Cowboys got Micah Parsons over there. They got Trayvon Diggs, the biggest playmaker at corner in the league. They also have some other solid pieces, like they got DeMarcus Lawrence, they got Randy Gregory, Van Der Esch has been playing pretty good, Curse is really good in the back end. I do really, really like the Cowboys, but you look over at those Niners, the only question is Jimmy G. That offensive line is amazing. Eli Mitchell's playing out of his mind in his rookie year. George Kittle, top 2 tight end in the league, and I think he is number 2, Kelsey at 1, but then you got that defense. Their corners are kind of weak. I really like their safeties. I really like Tart back there. I like Mosley back there. Not Joey Bosa. They got Nick Bosa up front. Armstead. They got menaces over there. This is a really, really tough one. It's a really, really tough one for me. Which sucks, dude. I really didn't want these teams to match up in the first round because I was kind of rooting for both of them to go far. But Dak, Zeke, Pollard, Schultz, they just got Jarwin back, CD, Amari, Cedric Wilson's playing out of his mind. I think this will be the best or second best playoff game of the Super Wild Card weekend. But I'm going to roll with the Cowboys, but I would not be surprised at all if the 49ers go into Dallas and upset the Cowboys. Moving on, we got a divisional round, or not divisional round, it's a wild card divisional matchup. Cardinals and Rams. Oh, man, this is 2 teams that started super, super hot and cooled off super, super fast. Cardinals, same thing happened last year. They started pretty hot, not as hot as this year, obviously. Kyler gets hurt, doesn't come back the same. He doesn't look the same. Cliff Kingsbury, I'm not really sold on him as a top coach in the league. So, I mean, the Rams defense is such a game changer here. I think the Rams defense is really the big difference because they got Von Miller, Jalen Ramsey, Aaron Donald. Kyler hasn't looked good. I'm fine with Stafford playing not that well because their defense usually can help them overcome that. So Stafford does make a mistake probably with the way that he's been playing. Ever since Odell went over there, Stafford has not looked the same. I'm not saying that it's Odell's fault, but it's a trend that's continuing from Cleveland. I mean, Baker was injured all year, so he did continuously look bad, but I don't think Stafford's looked the same since Odell went over there. But Kupp's a monster. But I don't think that Stafford making one little mistake is going to really flip this game. I don't believe in Kyler after what I've seen lately from him. So, and I don't think that Cardinals defense is going to be able to stop the Rams rushing attack. Akers is looking nice. He got in there a little bit. He looks really fast, looks really shifty, a lot better than last year, I think. But once he gets worked up into a full workload, splitting with Sony Michel, I think the Rams are going to be tough to stop. So I'm going to give the Rams a dub here in the wild card round over the Cardinals. Kyler gets sent home, does not get his first playoff win of his career. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles, some people are thinking they're the dark horse of the playoffs. I'm not buying it. I'm not on the Jalen Hurts bandwagon yet. I don't think he has the arm to really get them a playoff win. He's going to have to if they want to win this game. Obviously he's a problem when he runs. He's an issue on the field. But Buccaneers, they got Levante David, Vita Vea in the middle, JPP. They got Devin White. They got some stud linebackers that Troyenka. I forget what his full name is, but that rookie that they have he's a monster. I just think that this Buccaneers defense is going to be it's going to be too much for the Eagles. That's what I think. I think it's going to be way too much for the Eagles. So I'm going to have to take the Bucs. Tom Brady doesn't really have that much to work with on offense. He's got Mike Evans and Gronk, which might be enough for him. I don't want to pick against the GOAT, especially not in the first round of the playoffs. So I'm going to give it to Tom Brady and the Buccaneers taking down the Eagles. So there's our Super Wildcard Weekend predictions. And then moving on to the divisional round, we got the Raiders and the Titans. This game could go both ways. The Raiders' defensive line has been playing out of their minds lately, but it doesn't matter how out of your mind you're playing when you got King Henry coming to town. He is fully rested up, like 3 weeks over the recovery time for his injury. Derrick Henry is back. That Titans defense has been locked down, bro. Vrabel's got them playing insane, except whenever they go against Davis Mills. So Titans versus Raiders. I could see the Raiders winning this if they can put up a lot of points and Henry can't get involved. But if the Titans come out and they score first or they get Henry involved, I think the Titans win this pretty handedly. Bills and Chiefs. We got a rematch of one of the best games we saw in the league this year. That Chiefs-Bills game was really, really good earlier in the season, but I think Patrick Mahomes got his revenge. The Chiefs are rolling. That defense is a completely different defense than when they played the Bills the first time, and the Bills are completely hit or miss this season. I think they'll show up in the playoffs. I think this will be a very close game, but when the Chiefs are rolling, they're hard to beat, and I'm not going to go picking against Patrick Mahomes in the divisional round. I really like Josh Allen, but he's not on he's not on the Mahomes level. I don't think he is. So we're going to take the Chiefs, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Mahomes. That defense looking really good. I'm taking them over the Bills. Rams, Packers. Aaron Rodgers has been the hottest quarterback in the NFL all season long. Matt Stafford coming into Lambeau. He turns the ball over, but you cannot turn the ball over when you're facing Aaron Rodgers. Devontae Adams versus Jalen Ramsey, part 2. That was a really cool matchup we got to see. I think earlier this season, we did get to see it this season. We saw it last year in the playoffs. I think Devontae wins that matchup handedly. I don't think Ramsey's the type of corner who can keep up with a guy like Devontae. Devontae's just too clean, too fast, too good of a route runner for Ramsey to lock him down how he does with other receivers in the league. I think the Packers win this one pretty handedly. Bakhtiari's back. He should be able to take care of Von Miller on the edge if they even line him up on that side. I'm taking the Packers. Moving on, Cowboys, Bucks. Okay, this solely lies on what Dak Prescott shows up. If 45 attempt, 5 touchdown Dak shows up, I think the Cowboys are going to get a win. If the Cowboys offense that struggles shows up, I think Tom Brady is going to get this win. Tom Brady's offense is beaten down. Antonio Brown threw a temper tantrum. He stripped down on the sideline, threw his stuff into the crowd, chucked his jersey, and boom. Now the Buccaneers receivers are Mike Evans, Cecil Grayson, and Brashad Perriman and Tyler Johnson. So some people are probably asking, who are those people? But they're average to below average receivers. Grayson did look really, really good. I don't really know. I didn't see the Bucs play too much today, so I don't really know how he looked today. But last week he looked like he could be pretty solid with Brady throwing him the ball. I really don't want to pick against Tom Brady, but I think this is the year where he does go down pretty early in the playoffs. I'm probably going to regret saying this because it's Tom Brady. I didn't think they would go that far last year either, and then they did. So I'm going to take the Cowboys. I think Dak's going to show up. I think that offense is going to look really, really good. I think Micah Parsons is going to be a big problem because he's an animal, dude. Micah Parsons is probably the best rookie I've seen play in my life. It's insane. He looks like a 10-year vet. The stuff he's out there doing. It's just stupid. So I'm taking the Cowboys over the Buccaneers. And we got the Chiefs versus the Titans. The thing here, the Titans run the ball, and when they don't have the run game going, they can't really put up that many points. And I don't think their defense is built to shut down the Chiefs. They did it. I'm pretty sure they did it once. They blew the Chiefs out this year already. I don't think it's going to happen again. That's because they got Derrick Henry involved early. That defense showed up. But that was kind of when the Chiefs were sliding. They were like, oh, man, the Chiefs are not even in the playoffs. They're not leading their division. That's not the same Kansas City team that they are right now. I'm taking the Chiefs, heading to the Super Bowl. And then we got the Cowboys and the Packers for the NFC Championship game, which a lot of Packers fans are probably shaken if they hear they're in the NFC Championship game. But that changes this year. This Packers team is too good to lose outside of in the Super Bowl versus Patrick Mahomes. I think a Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers NFC Championship would be pretty cool as well. But we'll see what happens. I wouldn't be mad if we see it, but I do think that if he sees Brady in the NFC Championship, there's gonna be some refs that they have to beat there as well. But Cowboys Packers, this could be a giant offensive shootout. I'm expecting Jair to be back by then, or maybe even next week, or I mean not next week. The first time the Packers play, Jair could be back, so that would be huge as well to have him on Cup. That would be the biggest corner receiver matchup, both of them in the same week. You got Devontae versus Ramsey, and then Cup versus Jair. This game would be so hyped up if it ends up being Rams Packers. So obviously we had the Packers over them. So then having Jair back, Jair would be on CD or Amari. That would shut down a big part of the Cowboys offense. This Packers team has been really good at stopping the run, so Zeke's been struggling. I think it'd be on Pollard's shoulders to get that run game going. But I'm going to take the Packers over the Cowboys. I don't think that Dak Prescott's going to win a shootout versus Tom Brady at Lambeau, or not Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers at Lambeau. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think this is the year where the Packers finally break the streak. They're going to get the dub here. And we have an Aaron Rodgers, Patrick Mahomes Super Bowl, Devontae versus Tyreek, Rodgers versus Mahomes, Jair versus Tyreek. That's going to be a good matchup. But Packers Chiefs, I think this is the year they put it all together. Aaron Rodgers brings home another MVP, makes it to the Super Bowl. They finally make it past that dreaded NFC Championship game. And they are going to get the dub in the Super Bowl. Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers gets a second ring, and he will stay in Green Bay along with Devontae Adams after they finally win it all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you think that I made any mistakes, let me know down in the comments and what your reasoning is, or whatever I said you think it's wrong. Let me know down in the comments. Check out my Twitter. Make sure you guys tweet out your brackets at me so I can see what you're thinking. And sub for more football and Madden content. I'm going to be playing every single one of these games, no matter who's in it. Every single playoff game I'm going to play and upload on my channel. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to drop a like, and hopefully this is a fun NFL playoff run. So, see you guys in the next video. It feels good to be back. I'm a little bit rusty talking to the camera, but, I think you guys can deal with it. So, but that's going to wrap it up. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys in the next video.